Hello, good morning everybody. This is D. Rajashekar, lecturer in botany, Srimati Ganganeni Kalyani Government Degree College, Vinikonda, Guntur district. Today, I am going to deal with Krebs cycle in this video lecture. I welcome you all to this video lecture, that is Krebs cycle. In the previous video, we have learned glycolysis, and I also told you that respiration, cellular respiration is of two types, aerobic and anaerobic types. In both aerobic and anaerobic, we can see glycolysis. But later, we can see differences in two types of respirations. For example, in aerobic respiration, glycolysis is followed by Krebs cycle and electron transport system. Whereas anaerobic respiration, the glycolysis process is immediately followed by fermentation process. So, in this video lecture, we are going to learn the second phase of aerobic respiration, that is Krebs cycle. Krebs cycle was first studied by Sir Hans Krebs in the year 1937. For his experiments, he was given Nobel Prize in the year 1954. Sir Hans Krebs is an English scientist who discovered 10 different reactions occurring in a cyclic manner in the matrix of mitochondria. Later, it was named after him as Krebs cycle. There are so many synonymous terms we can use for this same cycle. As the first substance or intermediary compound that is formed in this cycle is citric acid cycle, the first formed compound. Hence, it is also called citric acid cycle. Actually, there are three different versions regarding the Krebs cycle. According to one version, in Krebs cycle, the first formed compound citric acid is with 3 carboxyl groups. According to the second version, here the first formed 3 compounds in the Krebs cycle are with 3 carboxyl groups in their chemical structure. According to the third version, here in the entire Krebs cycle, we can get different intermediary compounds. Of them, few are with 5 carbons, 6 carbons, one is with 5 carbon, and remaining ones are with 4 carbons. So, basing upon all these three versions, we can also call this cycle as tricarboxylic acid cycle, or shortly TCA cycle. And another name for Krebs cycle is amphibolic pathway. Actually, respiration is a catabolic process. Since Krebs cycle is part of it, it is also part of catabolic actions. But the intermediate compounds which are formed in Krebs cycle synthesize amino acids. As they are involving in the biosynthesis of amino acids, it is a part of anabolic process also. That is why, as it is being called as both catabolic process as well as anabolic process, it can also be called as amphibolic pathway. So, these are all the common names for the Krebs cycle. What are they? Krebs cycle, citric acid cycle, tricarboxylic acid cycle or TCA, and amphibolic pathway. It is a cycle of 10 different reactions. Before entering into the Krebs cycle, we must know the link between the glycolysis and Krebs cycle. In the aerobic respiration, first glycolysis takes place. It is a pathway of 10 reactions. Pyruvic acid molecule is formed as end product of glycolysis. We all know that 2 pyruvic acids are formed in the glycolysis. These 2 pyruvic acid molecules enter into the mitochondrial matrix not in the same form, because they are 3 carbon compounds. So they must be decarboxylated and changed into 2 carbon compounds like acylyl coenzyme A. Then only it can enter into the mitochondrial matrix. You can see the same. Here in cytosol, pyruvic acid is formed from glycolysis. It is changed to 2-carbon compound as acetyl coenzyme A, then only it enters into the mitochondrial matrix. Then it starts a Krebs cycle. One pyruvic acid enters into the mitochondrial matrix as acetyl coenzyme A. Similarly, after the cycle of Krebs cycle, the another pyruvic acid that is formed from glycolysis also enters into the mitochondrial matrix, and once again Krebs cycle takes place. Thus, in the entire aerobic respiration, Krebs cycle takes place twice. So, the changing of 3-carbon compound, that is pyruvic acid, into 2-carbon compound acetyl coenzyme A is called oxidative decarboxylation. This is the link between the glycolysis and the Krebs cycle. 3-carbon compound does not enter into the mitochondrial matrix directly, so that one carbon must be removed. That is called decarboxylation. The resulted compound is acetyl coenzyme A. For the changing of pyruvic acid to the acetyl coenzyme A, 5 different cofactors get involved. They are lipoic acid, thymine pyrophosphate, NAD coenzyme, FAD coenzyme, and magnesium ions. During this reaction, when CO2 is removed, coenzyme A is added, and one NADH2 is formed. NAD is oxidized into NADH2. This oxidative decarboxylation takes place in the presence of 2 enzymes in the form of 2 steps. The enzymes are dehydrogenase and decarboxylase. Thus formed acetyl coenzyme A, the 2-carbon compound, enters into the mitochondrial matrix. There it starts the Krebs cycle. As you see in the slide, it is a cycle where different 10 reactions get involved. So before learning Krebs cycle in detail, we must know the things separately which are related to the Krebs cycle. So when you learn something, a cycle like Krebs cycle or something like that, better you learn things by making it into simple parts. Here you can see reactions and enzymes involving in the Krebs cycle. What are the 10 different reactions? First one is condensation, second dehydration, third one hydration, fourth one oxidation 1 reaction, fifth one decarboxylation, sixth one oxidative decarboxylation and also called oxidation second reaction, seventh one cleavage, eighth one oxidation third reaction, ninth hydration, and 10th one is oxidation 4. Thus in the 10 different reactions we can see oxidation reactions. They are fourth one, sixth one, eighth one, and 10th one. 4 reactions. They are all even number of reactions, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Condensation, that means joining of 2 compounds. Dehydration means what? Removal of water molecule. Hydration means addition of 1 water molecule. And oxidation means here oxidation is carried by dehydrogenase enzyme. NADH2 or FADH2 is formed. Decarboxylation means removal of carbon in the form of carbon dioxide. Cleavage, so one substance is broken down into 2 different substances. Hydration again, so addition of water molecule. This way you must understand. If you learn the 10 different reactions involving in Krebs cycle and if you write them on a paper on one side, that would be always better for you. And then the enzymes which are involving in those reactions. First enzyme synthetase, second aconitase, third again aconitase, fourth one isocitric dehydrogenase, fifth one decarboxylase, sixth enzyme dehydrogenase and decarboxylase, seventh one thiokinase, eighth one dehydrogenase, ninth one fumarase, 10th one dehydrogenase. So when you are studying about oxidation reactions, you can easily remember the enzyme which is involving in that reaction. That must be dehydrogenase enzyme. Similarly, when ATP is formed, then you can say the enzyme must be kinase enzyme. When CO2 is carbon is removed in the form of CO2, then you can say the enzyme which is involving in the reaction is decarboxylase. So when a new substance is getting synthesized, then you can say synthetase. So likewise, you must remember the enzyme names. Now we have to link them. type of reaction and actual reaction takes place, the enzyme which is involved in that reaction. See here, the first reaction, that is called what? Condensation reaction. In condensation reaction, what happens? The 2-carbon compound, that is acetyl coenzyme A, which is formed in the oxidative decarboxylation, condenses with the 4-carbon compound, that is oxaloacetic acid. This is 2-carbon compound and that is 4-carbon compound. Together form what? 6-carbon compound, that is citric acid. And the reaction is called condensation reaction. And the substance that is formed is citric acid, the first substance in the Krebs cycle. And the enzyme involving here is synthetase enzyme. And you must write the reaction, you have to describe it clearly. And then second reaction. What is second reaction? We already discussed it. That is dehydration reaction. Dehydration means removal of water molecule. You can see citric acid is changed into cis-aconidic acid, where water molecule is removed. So the reaction name is dehydration and the enzyme is aconitase. The citric acid is changed into cis-aconidic acid in the second reaction. And the third reaction, this cis-aconidic acid involves in the hydration reaction, that is addition of water molecule, and it is changed into isocitric acid, similar to citric acid, in the presence of same enzyme, that is aconitase. The enzyme which is involved in the second reaction is also getting involved in the third reaction, the same enzyme aconitase. And the fourth reaction is this isocitric acid is changed into oxalosuccinic acid. This reaction is called oxidation reaction. In the oxidation reaction, isocitric acid is changed into oxalosuccinic acid. Here the enzyme involving it is dehydrogenase. I told you clearly. In oxidation, dehydrogenase enzyme gets involved. Here, one NADH2 is formed. NAD oxidase form is reduced to NADH2. This is the first oxidation reaction in the Krebs cycle. This is the fourth reaction. So, citric acid, cis-aconidic acid, isocitric acid, and oxalosuccinic acid. All these four substances are 6-carbon compounds. Then the fifth reaction. This 6-carbon oxalosuccinic acid undergoes decarboxylation process. This is the fifth reaction. So that is removal of CO2. So that CO2 is removed, so that this oxalosuccinic acid is changed into 5-carbon compound, that is alpha ketoglutarate acid. Here the enzyme is decarboxylase. As CO2 is removed from the substrate, that is oxalosuccinic acid, it is called what? Decarboxylase. And the sixth reaction, that is again oxidation reaction. In this oxidation reaction, actually it is a combination of both oxidation and decarboxylation, because this 5-carbon compound, that is alpha glutaric acid, undergoes decarboxylation process in the presence of an enzyme decarboxylase, so that when CO2 is removed, in the presence of dehydrogenase, it undergoes oxidation also, so that when NADH2 is formed, so that this alpha ketoglutarate acid, the 5-carbon compound, is changed into 4-carbon compound, that is succinic acid. But here, coenzyme A is added to this succinic acid. That is why it is called what? Succinyl coenzyme A. So 5-carbon compound, that is alpha ketoglutarate acid, undergoes decarboxylation process as well as oxidation process in the presence of decarboxylase enzyme as well as dehydrogenase enzyme, and forms what? Succinic coenzyme A. Here one NADH2 is formed. Two enzymes are involving in this reaction. Coenzyme A is added to the product, that is succinic coenzyme A. And then the seventh reaction, that is the succinic coenzyme A is changed into succinic acid. This is called cleavage. Here succinic coenzyme is cleaved into two parts, succinic acid as well as the coenzyme A. Coenzyme A is removed, so that succinic acid is formed, and this is called cleavage enzyme. Here the enzyme is succinic thiokinase. Simply you can remember it as kinase. Here in plants GTP is formed. Later this GTP is changed into ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is the seventh reaction. And eighth reaction, that is the oxidation third reaction. Here succinic acid undergoes oxidation reaction in the presence of an enzyme dehydrogenase, and it gets changed into fumaric acid. Here, instead of NADH2, one FADH2 is formed. This is the 8th reaction. And the 9th reaction is called hydration reaction. This fumaric acid takes one water molecule in the presence of an MGF fumarase. It gets changed into malic acid. This malic acid enters into the last 10th reaction. It undergoes oxidation 4 in the presence of an enzyme dehydrogenase and it changes into oxaloacetic acid, 4-carbon compound. This is the final substance of the Krebs cycle. Here 1 NADH2 is formed. Like oxaloacetic acid takes 2-carbon compound acetyl coenzyme A and gets condensed and forms citric acid. This is the first reaction, and the formation of oxaloacetic acid is the final reaction of Krebs cycle. So it happens like a cycle for many times. In one aerobic respiration, if one aerobic respiration takes place, then how many Krebs cycles happen? 2 Krebs cycles happen actually. Okay, now we will see the net gain of the Krebs cycle. Here, before Krebs cycle, between the glycolysis and Krebs cycle, oxidative decarboxylation has taken place. During that process, 1 NADH2 is formed actually. And here in Krebs cycle, in the 4th, 6th and 10th reactions, 3 NADH2 are formed actually. In the 8th reaction, there is also oxidation reaction where FADH2 is formed. In the 7th reaction, 1 ATP is formed actually. Where ATP is directly formed. Hence, 7th reaction is called substrate level phosphorylated reaction. So, if you count that, 1 NADH2 is equal to 3 ATP. I told you clearly in the previous lecture. The NADH2 which is formed in the mitochondria is equal to 3 ATP. So, that total ATP, 1 NADH2 in the oxidative decarboxylation, that is equal to 3 ATPs. In the 4th, 6th and 10th reactions, 3 NADH2 are formed, that is equal to 9 ATPs. Altogether 12. 1 FADH2 is equal to 2 ATPs only, so that 14 ATPs. In the 7th reaction, 1 ATP is formed actually. It is shown as 2 actually. It happens when Krebs cycle occurs twice, but actually we are considering only one Krebs cycle, so that we should write it as 1 ATP. So that altogether 15 ATP. That means if Krebs cycle takes place once, from pyruvic acid to the formation of, until the formation of oxaloacetic acid, 15 ATP are formed. And as the 2 pyruvic acids are formed in glycolysis, the second pyruvic acid again starts the Krebs cycle and the same 10 reactions happen, so that one more 15 ATP are formed, so that total 30 ATP. If once aerobic respiration takes place, the number of ATP we can expect from Krebs cycle is 30 ATPs. If anybody asks you how many ATP are formed in one Krebs cycle, you can say 15 ATP. I think it is clear for you. You might have understood this clearly. In this video lecture, what we have learned is Krebs cycle. It was discovered by Sir Hans Krebs. For that, he was given Nobel Prize. It is a cycle of 10 different reactions. Krebs cycle takes place in the mitochondrial matrix. It is the second phase of aerobic respiration, which happens after glycolysis. In the Krebs cycle, actually 15 ATP are formed. In the entire aerobic respiration, Krebs cycle takes place twice, so that 30 ATP are formed. Here, 4 oxidation reactions takes place in the within the Krebs cycle. They are 4th, 6th, 8th and 10th. 7th reaction is called substrate level phosphorylation, where ATP is directly formed. Before Krebs cycle and after glycolysis, that is oxidative decarboxylation, that is also called oxidation reaction, where 1 NADH2 is formed. It is also known as tricarboxylic acid cycle, citric acid cycle and amphibolic pathway. So it is a combination of both catabolic as well as the anabolic reactions. So I hope you have understood clearly the Krebs cycle. We'll meet in another video lecture. Till then, bye. Have a nice time. Thank you.